Yeah. So as with a lot of the stuff that we did, we purposely broke things out so you could see what's behind. If you just hear 400 or 500, you don't actually get a feel for how that spread is. And to know that there's a 16% that's doing over 900, that's a target population that we have to have if you're into selling to teacher consumers. Okay. We're going to, just before we get there, could you take out a piece of paper? Just real quickly, there's a pad of paper here. Throughout this, I'm going to ask you 15 questions really fast. It's going to be for you to guess what the data says, okay? And the first question, and then you'll see at the end how well you put down your answer, and then you'll mark yourself. So, no cheating. Yeah. All right. Out of 23 instructional resources that we were asking people about, and the key question. Now we had many questions in the survey, but in the end, one of the most interesting was this one, which had 23 different instructional resources, and it is this: how frequently do you plan on using the following resources with students over the next 2 years? Now this was done in 2007, so we're 1 year into it, okay? And what we did was, the statistics that you'll see is we combined a lot and some, and then we also combined a little and none. So we had a 4-scale rating, and it was for forced choice purposes, so we didn't want people to be in the middle on the line. Okay, now, textbooks. Out of 23, put down the number that you think it is in terms of how many people said they would use it frequently, use textbooks frequently over the next 2 years. Put down a number between 1 and 23. Ready? I didn't have these. It's 10. Number 10. That's the top 11, and this is the bottom 11. Now, at another time, we can have this posted and you can scan all these things. It's a pretty interesting mix of what was rated high and low. What you're seeing here is the orange and yellow represent the a lot and some, and so they're listed in order. And the green and blue are the a little and none. And this is an average of all of them. Okay, so we'll continue on here. Let's see what I have. Going into 4 key findings. One real important one that we're hearing all the time now, a big part here, is that digital content is still king. Digital content may be the top dog. That's for us to find out, I guess. The thing that we've also found is that it's in multiple formats, not just online per se, or not just an ebook, and we'll show some of that data. And also that it doesn't mean just because digital is king, that print is not. It really is a mix. 2, online delivery is huge. Mostly people were saying don't bother about anything else. And this is, I'll show you some data on what kinds of wireless and broadband and so on they have in schools. 3, there's an increasing variety of resources that everybody's planning on using. And what we heard with the Chicago Public Schools this morning, I think this is a case in point. People have access to and are interested in a much, much wider range of resources. And finally, as you might expect, there are some huge, huge gaps vis-a-vis what the current materials that people are using are doing in terms of their expectations for supporting the learning of 21st century skills. All right, I think I have another question for you. Which do you think is higher, in terms of the most number of people giving high use ratings? For streaming video subscriptions or digital textbooks? Streaming video subscriptions or digital textbooks? Write down one of those, please. And the answer is, what do you think? How many people said streaming video subscriptions? Cool. Maybe I'm setting you up, or maybe you really know. Again, the important thing here is that we're able to see not only the digital, but we're able to see the traditional and where it's falling, so we can make a judgment of the trends that are happening. Next question, which do you think is higher now, comparing with digital textbooks, computer courseware?